Blaine, just to start this thing off, 5 innings, no hits. Just how did it feel out there in the cold?
I felt good. First inning, I struggled with breaking balls and stuff like that. I mean, I threw one that went like 20-something feet, I think. So it's part of it. I'd adjust to it, but I mean, overall, it was pretty good.
Heston, can you just describe that first at bat and with the single?
You know, that first at bat, I had a lot of emotions from like nervousness to knowing I was ready for that bat, and I'd been waiting for that bat ever since I'd been here through the fall, you know. And then as soon as I made contact with the ball and I saw it through the hole, you know, I kind of like had a flash, just like remembering that moment forever. And then as soon as I got on first base and I was able to look around and see the crowd cheering, that's when it set in, and I'd finally done something here.
Shaddy, that home run, what did you see on that pitch?
Just trying to stay middle away. I knew they were going to throw me middle away, so my approach was to try to take everything to right field. And wind was blowing out that way, so it helps your confidence a little bit. So they threw me a ball high and outside, and just walking up the plate, there was runners on base and in scoring position, so I was just trying to be aggressive and go after the first good pitch that I could find.
Dave said y'all were patient. Was his stuff down?
Well, it was really I think the first guy, he had a problem with everything being left up. So, I mean, but yeah, I mean, you could tell everybody was locked in today. It's opening day, so everybody's locked in. Approaches were really solid, and it was a good overall day.
Blaine, those first 2 innings, the offense puts up 10 runs. How does that affect what you're doing in the dugout, kind of sitting there?
You know, that was actually a problem today, was just trying to stay loose. I mean, I think one inning went like 30-something minutes, you know. So, I mean, that was hard, especially with it being cold. You know, if it's warm, it's not a big issue, but with it being cold, I mean, you're having to throw and walk around, and I had 3 jackets on and a heat sleeve, I had everything else on. So, you know, I mean, it was interesting for sure, but, I mean, it made it work and was able to keep throwing strikes.
Heston, what do you think about starting your career here in the 5-hole? Just like what that means to you.
A lot of expectations for me to live up to for me, and coming here is great school. And not only being the 5-hole here, we have plenty of hitters that could hit in the 5-hole or the 4-hole. 1 through 9, any kid could get the job done.
Shaddy, as a senior, what did you think of his performance in his debut?
Heston, so he's a big leaguer one day. So I mean, he just did exactly what he was supposed to do. I mean, he's been doing it all fall. So pretty amazing to get to see this kid grow, and can't wait to see what he does this year.
Blaine, we asked Dave about his anticipation for Isaiah pitching tomorrow, and he's like, the fans haven't seen this guy. You guys haven't seen much of him, but y'all have seen a lot of him. What might we expect from Isaiah tomorrow?
I think you'll expect probably pretty close to how it was today. You know, I mean, he's going to come out those strikes. You know, I mean, he's going to have some good velocity. He's going to have good off speed. You know, and he's going to do really, really well, I think.
For the hitters to chase a preseason pitcher of the year in this conference as quick as you did their starter, what are the feelings behind that?
You want to go first, me?
Yeah, I'll go first. Well, I think like facing the pitchers we faced all fall, there's all the guys we faced were just as good as him on our team. So our own teammates had prepared us for this moment, the fall and spring and scrimmages and everything.
Yeah, Heston hit it right on the nose. You know, seeing Blaine and Zay and I mean everybody all across the board. There's not one guy that's really a weak link. I mean, they've prepared us for that moment, and you know, getting to him early is really a good sign for us. On opening day, and a lot of expectations, and it's good to go out there and be successful against our first real test.
Carson, when Coach talked about you, I'm sure you were listening about getting in the 9-hole. What did you think about it? Had you ever done that before?
You know, I was actually joking around with him this morning during BP, and I was like, you know, that was the last thing I would have expected is to be in the 9-hole, but I had done it before. It has been probably since I was a sophomore in high school. But I just was telling myself before the game that you might have to switch your approach a little bit just to try to beat down the pitcher a little bit more, be a guy that's always on base and taking tough at-bats. And, you know, but at the same time, like Eric said the other day, after the first inning, it doesn't matter. And my second at-bat, I came up with 2 guys on. So, It's just a number, but I'll do whatever I can to help this team. I'm just trying to be as selfless as I can.
What do you think that shows about your depth of the lineup that you're hitting in the 9 hole?
Well, I mean, not even me hitting the 9 hole. I mean, you look at Grant; he's a preseason All-American, and he's hitting 7th. So, I mean, that tells you something pretty crazy right there. And you got a freshman like him hitting 5 hole. That shows a lot of respect from Coach Van Horn to him, and a lot of confidence in him. And yeah, it's great. I mean, you think you look down the lineup, and usually a 9 hole isn't protected, but I'm protected by Gates and Biggers like I was today. So I couldn't ask for anything more. I mean, I just got to sit a little bit longer till I get my first at bat. But that's it.